Okay, so get this. AI can now solve some pretty tough math problems.
Really tough.
Better than a model specifically trained on thousands of similar problems.
Yeah.
Just by learning to think step by step.
It's wild, and that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Right,
This
yeah.
new technique called chain of thought prompting.
Right.
We're going to explore how it helps large language models tackle these complex reasoning problems and what that means for pretty much everything.
I am already intrigued.
Yeah.
So what's the problem with AI reasoning in the first place? I thought these large language models were supposed to be super smart.
They are incredibly powerful,
Yeah.
but even the biggest models struggle when they are faced with tasks that require multi-step reasoning.
Okay.
So think about solving a word problem or figuring out a sequence of actions.
Yeah.
Those require breaking down the problem into smaller, more logical steps.
Right.
And that hasn't been AI's strong suit.
So it's like they have all this information but don't necessarily know how to use it effectively in a complex scenario.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's like having all the ingredients for a gourmet meal, but no recipe.
Okay.
And that's where chain of thought prompting comes in.
Interesting.
So researchers found that by providing examples of step-by-step reasoning within the prompts, AI models could dramatically improve their performance.
So instead of just giving the AI the problem and expecting it to figure out the whole reasoning process on its own, researchers are essentially showing it how to think it through.
Yeah.
Like providing a roadmap.
Precisely. And they tested this with a data set of challenging math word problems called GSM-8K.
GSM-8K.
Yeah. And what they found was remarkable.
Oh.
A large language model, just prompted with these chains of thought, significantly outperformed.
Wow.
A smaller model that was specifically trained on thousands of similar math problems.
So it's not just about the size of the model.
No.
It's about giving it the right tools and techniques to unlock its potential.
Yeah.
That's pretty profound.
Absolutely, when you think about it.
It's a paradigm shift in how we approach AI development.
Interesting.
And the exciting part
What's that?
is this technique isn't limited to math.
Oh, wow.
It's showing promise in a range of areas.
Like what?
Like symbolic reasoning and even common sense reasoning.
Okay.
Which has traditionally been a major hurdle for AI.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
Yeah.
Tell me more about these other areas
where
chain of thought prompting is making waves.
Okay.
Let's start with symbolic reasoning.
Okay.
What exactly is that, and how does this technique help?
Yeah, so symbolic reasoning is all about understanding abstract relationships and manipulating symbols.
Okay.
Like,
give me an example.
Reversing the order of a list.
Okay.
Or understanding the concept of greater than or less than. So tasks that seem pretty basic to us humans are actually quite challenging for AI.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is that by providing AI with just a few examples of chain of thought reasoning for these tasks, they start to perform much better.
So like they're learning the logic rather than just memorizing patterns.
That's a great analogy. It's like teaching them the rules of the game rather than just showing them a bunch of winning moves.
Right, exactly.
And it goes beyond abstract symbols.
Okay.
This technique is also showing promise in the realm of common sense reasoning.
Common sense reasoning.
You know that ability we humans have to understand everyday situations and make inferences based on general knowledge.
Like if I see someone walking a dog and the leash is loose, I can infer that they might be worried about the dog running off.
Exactly.
Even though that's not explicitly stated.
These kinds of subtle inferences are typically very difficult for AI.
Yeah.
But with chain of thought prompting, they're starting to show signs of improvement.
Interesting.
In fact, on one challenging sports understanding task, the AI using this technique actually managed to outperform a human sports enthusiast.
Whoa. So it's not just catching up to human reasoning abilities, but in some cases exceeding them.
Yeah.
That's both exciting and a little bit unnerving.
It's definitely a remarkable development, and it speaks to the potential of this technique.
For sure.
But there are some limitations we need to acknowledge.
I was just going to ask about that.
Okay.
What are some of the hurdles researchers are facing?
Well, as we discussed earlier, it seems to work best with larger language models, which can be incredibly resource intensive to train and run.
So not exactly something you could run on your smartphone anytime soon.
Not yet, anyway.
Okay.
And then there's also the issue of crafting those prompts effectively.
Okay.
They need to be very carefully designed to guide the AI's reasoning in the right direction.
So it's not just about what you teach, but how you teach it.
Yeah.
It's almost like being a teacher for AI.
It is.
Figuring out the best way to help it learn.
That's a great way to put it.
And even though we're seeing these impressive results, it's still early days.
It is.
There's a lot more research and development needed
before
it can be widely applied in the real world.
Absolutely.
But the possibilities are definitely tantalizing.
Yeah. You mentioned real-world applications earlier.
Yes.
What are some of the areas where chain of thought prompting could have the biggest impact?
Well, the potential applications are pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, like what?
Imagine AI that can help scientists solve complex problems.
Okay.
Like climate change.
Yeah.
Not just by crunching numbers, but by actually understanding the intricate relationships between different factors.
So like really understanding the problem. Okay.
It could revolutionize fields like medicine, where AI could assist doctors in diagnosing diseases more accurately.
Interesting.
Or developing personalized treatment plans.
Yeah, and it's not just about these like specialized fields.
Yeah.
This could transform everyday interactions with technology.
Right.
Imagine asking your smart assistant
for
help planning a trip.
Yeah.
And it not only finds you the best deals, but also crafts a detailed itinerary tailored to your interests.
Yeah.
Like taking into account your preferences for historical sites or adventurous activities or even just the best local coffee shops.
Absolutely.
And think about the potential for education.
Yeah.
AI tutors powered by chain of thought prompting could provide personalized learning experiences, adapting to each student's individual needs and learning style.
Yeah. It's really exciting to think about how this technology could empower people in so many different ways, for sure.
Yeah.
But it also raises some important questions.
Like what?
If AI is getting better at reasoning, does that mean it's becoming more intelligent?
That's a question that philosophers and scientists have been grappling with for decades.
Yeah.
And while chain of thought prompting is a significant step forward, it's important to remember
What's that?
That we're still talking about artificial intelligence, not human intelligence.
It's not like AI is suddenly developing consciousness or emotions. It's still a tool, albeit a very powerful one.
Precisely, and it's up to us to ensure that this tool is used responsibly and ethically. We need to be mindful of potential biases, ensure transparency in how these systems are developed, and always prioritize human well-being.
Those are all crucial considerations.
They are.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
Oh, first and foremost, chain of thought prompting is a game changer. In the field of AI reasoning, it's demonstrating that we can move beyond simply training AI to perform tasks towards actually teaching it to think more like we do.
And that has profound implications for pretty much every aspect of our lives.
It does.
From the way we work to the way we learn and interact with the world around us.
Exactly. And perhaps the most important takeaway
What's that?
Is that this is just the beginning.
Oh, wow.
As AI models continue to evolve and we develop even more sophisticated techniques, we can expect even more surprising capabilities to emerge.
So the future of AI reasoning is looking pretty bright.
I'd say it's looking incredibly fascinating and full of potential.
For sure.
It's a rapidly evolving field, and who knows what breakthroughs await us just around the corner.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me too.
And to our listeners, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, we encourage you to delve deeper into this exciting field.
Please do.
There's a whole world of knowledge out there just waiting to be explored.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep those questions coming and never stop diving deep.
Thanks for listening.